Good morning everyone, and welcome back to day 16 of feeding our family of 4 on a $100 weekly budget. It's Saturday morning here, and we're starting the day off with one of my favorite budget-friendly breakfasts, vegetable pancakes. One of the things I love about these pancakes is they help me use up little bits and pieces that might otherwise get forgotten in the fridge. They're simple, filling, and a great way to get some extra vegetables into the kids. For the batter, I'm using an egg, homemade chicken stock, flour, and plenty of vegetables. An inactive sourdough starter. I know a lot of people call this sourdough discard, but I personally don't use that term because I don't discard any of it. Even when it's inactive, I find plenty of ways to use it in cooking and baking so nothing goes to waste. I make a quick sauce to go on top. This is just tahini mixed with lemon juice, salt, and a little water until it's smooth and creamy. It's simple but adds so much flavor. The well-combined pancakes ingredients get cooked in a frying pan until golden and crispy. I make a pancake for my son and a smaller one for my daughter before my son and I head out to his Saturday sport. I finish them off by sprinkling over some everything bagel seasoning. I really love having a flavorful seasoning on hand. It can turn very simple ingredients into something that feels much more exciting. After my son's sport, we stopped to pick up some local bananas. This was a really good buy. We purchased 3 kilograms for $6 and ended up with 20 bananas altogether. That works out to be about 30 cents per banana, which is fantastic value. Bananas are one of the fruits I buy almost every week because they're affordable, filling, and the whole family enjoys them. They're great for snacks, lunches, smoothies, baking, or just eating as they are. Now it's time to cook up another batch of pancakes so my partner and I can eat together. I got the sweetest surprise. My daughter and my partner had made me some little cardboard hearts I'd coloured in. Sometimes it's the little things that end up meaning the most. I absolutely love handmade gifts, and these little hearts are definitely something I'll be keeping. One of the realities of family life is that parents, especially the one doing the cooking, often seems to eat after everyone else is already finished. If you know, you know. A little later on, my daughter decided she would like to make some gelatine gummies. So we spent some time in the kitchen making a batch. I really enjoy getting the children involved with cooking whenever possible. Not only does it teach practical skills, but it also gives us time together and helps them become more confident around food. Sometimes it takes a little longer and it definitely creates a lot more mess, but it's worth it. I brought this Nutra Organics mango flavored gutsy gummies on special as a discontinued product at Woolies. However, plain gelatine is something I try to keep in the pantry because it's versatile, affordable, and easy to use. It's made from collagen, which is a protein naturally found in connective tissues, skin, and bones. Traditionally, people consumed much more collagen-rich foods than many of us do today, because homemade stocks, slow-cooked meats, and nose-to-tail cooking were common parts of everyday life. While gummies aren't a miracle food, gelatine does provide protein and contains amino acids that support the body's connective tissues. I think it's a fun way to include gelatine in our diet while creating something the children generally enjoy. While we're in the kitchen, I also take a few minutes to feed my sourdough starter. This isn't for today's meal, but for something I'll make in a couple of days' time. Keeping a starter going has become part of my routine now. It allows me to make breads, pizza bases, English muffins, bagels, crumpets, flatbreads, and other baked goods quite cheaply. I enjoy the process, and as I prefer to use organic flour when I can afford to, I like to think the quality of the sourdough is better. Making my own sourdough products is one of those small habits that has saved us a lot of money. Because I no longer need to buy local artisan sourdough bread weekly, it's more of an occasional treat if we do, because a loaf is around $10 depending on where you buy it. So being able to bake sourdough bread myself is a money saver, but it's also a skill I'm still working on. I find the humidity in Cairns really affects the dough in the hotter months of the year. Today's lunch is some roast chicken with roasted vegetables and couscous. Roast chicken is one of my favorite budget meals because it can stretch really far. With a whole chicken, you get meat for multiple meals, and then the bones can be turned into stock afterwards. I always feel like I'm getting great value from a whole chicken, but any part of the chicken with bones in it, I save in a container with veggie scraps to make homemade stock. In the afternoon, I make a snack for my partner and daughter to share. It's always nice to get outside and enjoy a bit of fresh air, and to get some sunshine on your skin. So in the late afternoon, I go for a walk with a friend. We see so many beautiful flowers along the way. Sometimes life gets busy and it's easy to rush from one task to the next. So I appreciate moments like this, where I can slow down and enjoy what's around me. The flowers were absolutely gorgeous, and it was lovely spending time catching up. Once I get home, it's pretty much straight back into the kitchen to start dinner. Tonight I'm making a simple stir-fry noodle dish using my favorite udon noodles. After putting the noodles on to boil, I stir-fry a selection of vegetables. Then I add some freshly grated garlic and ginger. Ginger adds such a beautiful warmth and freshness to dishes like this. To help create the sauce, I'm also adding some homemade chicken stock. Homemade stock is one of those ingredients that adds so much flavor while helping us make the most of the ingredients we already have purchased. I'm cooking some cauliflower separately. For the cauliflower, I'm using a spicy sticky sauce that my sister made. It's packed with flavor and gives the cauliflower a little kick. Not everyone in the family likes things spicy, so cooking it separately means everyone can enjoy dinner the way they prefer. Now it's time to fry the fish. I finish the dish with a sprinkle of sesame seeds over the top. It's such a simple addition, but adds a lovely flavor and texture. Dinner comes together quickly and makes for a satisfying end to a busy Saturday. Before I finish for the night, I do one final bit of preparation for the days ahead. I soak some beans. This is something I try to stay on top of because dried legumes are such an affordable source of nutrition.